Hey guys, Blaine here with the small engine repair. This is video 3 on how to repair a carburetor on a non-running snowblower. We're going to recap on what kind of blower it is. It's a 5.5 horsepower Tecumseh engine on a 24-inch Troy bilt. The last 2 videos I did going over the blower, how it had a surge. We took the carburetor apart, put it in an ultrasonic cleaner, and now I'm going to show you how to reinstall the carburetor and put it back together. In front of me I have the parts. This is the part number for everything you're going to need. I made it a little easy for you guys. 631021B is the rebuild kit, which includes the bolt gasket, the main needle, the needle holder, and the needle seat. And then 632745 is the main jet. 632547 is the main jet O-ring. 632745 is the main jet. There's 2 O-rings for the main jet. 33673A is the carburetor to manifold gasket, and 26756 is the manifold gasket. I already installed the bolt gasket. I'm going to show you how to put the float and the needle back together into the carburetor. Like I said, bear with me. I don't have a tripod or anything fancy like that. I just have myself and my phone. Here's your float. Here's your needle. This comes in the rebuild kit. This little piece right here just slides onto the needle, and then it goes onto the float like this. Oh, sorry. It just hangs on the float like this. And then it goes into the carburetor like this. And where's my pin? The pin for the float just slides in like this, and it locks in the float like this. So your float should move freely. After that, you put the bowl back on, obviously with the seal. Here's the bolt with the new gasket, and this is also technically like a jet, so make sure you clean, these holes out that are on here. You could use the old needle from this carburetor if you buy the rebuild kit. It's real skinny, it's easy to clean out the jets. Put that back in there. And it is a 13 millimeter. I only have one hand here, so it's kind of hard to do all this. You don't want to over tighten it or anything. This is your low speed screw. I already installed it back in there. The next step from this is to put the manifold back on there with the manifold gasket. There is 2 different bolts. Obviously it's able to be told by the longer one goes here and the shorter one goes there. So put your gasket on, slide your bolt through. It sits like this on there. Slide the long one in. Make sure it goes through the gasket. And you put your 2 nuts on. And this is what it should look like. Then you use a 3/8 and a 7/16. Tighten it back up. It's a really tight spot because of the, the fuel piece over here. Make sure it's tight. You don't want to over tighten it. Strip anything out. Now you switch to the other side. That's how it should look put back together. Manifold, brand new gasket, all new rebuild kit for the bowl, float, seat, and here is your manifold to head gasket. And again, that part number is 26756. Now we're going to move on to putting the carburetor back and on to the engine. So bear with me. Try to do this with one hand. So make sure the gasket lines up correctly, like that. Gets these bolts. This gasket could be easily held on, but it's a little undersized. So when you tighten the bolts up into this like this, so you can hold the gasket for you so it doesn't fall off. A little easier for you. And we have our throttle linkage. It goes into the second hole right there. Also the second hole right there. Get your Phillips head. And tighten it back down. Like that. Make sure it's nice and snug. After that, you're going to reinstall your fuel line. Clamp back on. Let me put my phone down for this. It's a little hard with one hand. Slide it over towards the end. You have the fuel line back on there. And then last but least, your primer line. That slides back on like that. Throttle nice and loose. Check it with that on. It's wide open. Down, you have slack. So that's how you put the carburetor back together, install it back on there with the gaskets. And again, I can give you the part number just so for reference you have it. Again, 631021B is the bowl kit with the needle holder, the needle seat, bowl gasket, and bowl bolt gasket. 632745 is the main jet. 632547 is the O-rings times 2 for the main jet. 33673A is the carburetor to manifold gasket, 26756 is manifold to head gasket. And that is going to conclude how to put back a carburetor on a 5.5 horsepower Tecumseh engine. Stay tuned for part 4 when I install the cover back over this carburetor. And put some fuel in and see if she starts. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.